How are you still so skinny and recovered? Right, I'm ready. Hi warriors, it's Hannah here and welcome back to another video. If you're new around here, hi, I'm Hannah and I make weekly eating disorder recovery, mental health, physical health, well-being videos. All so we can all be our best selves. In today's video, I'm going to be answering some of your questions. As you know, I normally get myself a snack as I do so. Well, I was just finishing off the last bits of work for the day and it was too good. This banana bread is the best banana bread you'll have ever had in your life, so check out the recipe in the description below. Anyway, before I start reading out these juicy questions, let me just give a really quick shout out to today's sponsors. Amenorrhea, a jewellery brand that I actually stand behind and support. Amenorrhea has some amazing pieces made in a sustainable fashion, which to me makes it stand out from the crowd and the fast fashion of today. Amenorrhea is pretty much the only jewellery I wear. And I think I love every single piece I've got. I feel like it's Christmas already, and as I've said before, I really love Amenorrhea and I love every single piece that I've got by them. And for Christmas, if I'm buying anyone jewellery, it'll be Amenorrhea. Because there's no other company that I'm aware of that has jewellery that is this cute and sustainable. If you know of any other company or any other gift ideas that are equally good, let me know. I challenge you. All of the pieces I ordered are really fine, which I love because I can add multiple ones without it looking really clunky or overwhelming. It's just really elegant and I really like it. At the moment, I'm wearing some of their pieces. I'll leave the details below if you want similar pieces, but I found these and I fell in love right away. The ones I'm wearing are the Diva stud earrings, the Ruby stud earrings, and the Zara stud earrings. They all come in these little pouches, which I think are adorable and can be reused for a variety of other things. Having multiple uses for something is something I'm a bit mad about. So, as I said, I really vibe with this. I really love this company, and I know that if you will check them out yourself, you'll fall in love too. On to these questions. Question number 1. When did you start with exercise? Did you exercise in recovery? I have quite a few videos all about exercise, my exercise journey, and the kind of exercise that I did going back into exercise after recovery. So if you're interested in those videos, definitely check them out. Most of them are available on YouTube. I also have a few exclusives to Patreon. So if you haven't checked out my Patreon yet and you want to support me, I will leave a link for you below. But in summary, during my recovery, I didn't exercise. My body needed the rest and I gave it that rest. I ate and I rested. Once I started to itch to get out and about again and felt like I was able to, I went on some short walks with my dogs, mainly to have that time outside in the sunshine, to socialise with my mum, with whom I went on those walks, and yeah, that's all I did for a really long time. It's only once I went to university when I started lifting some really light weights, and then in my second year cycling up to uni, and then in my third year going to the gym. So since then I've been going to the gym fairly regularly, building up to about 4 times a week, quite heavy weights, although now once again I've reduced my exercise and I'm only going about twice a week and doing 2 minimal exercises. Not because I'm relapsing or going back on my recovery path, but just because it's something I want to try out at the moment, and if you want to know more about it, I'll link to that specific video as well. Next question. How are you still so skinny and recovered? I can answer that in one word: genetics. Next. Hey, I hate periods, but my mum is so worried about my periods. Will it be back? To be honest, I used to hate the idea of periods, which is why I was happy I didn't get it. Ever since getting my periods, I am very happy and feeling very blessed for it, because you can do a lot of harm to your body by not having your period. I have a video where I talk about this in more depth, and to be honest I don't remember the exact research, but I know that it's especially detrimental for your bone health. So definitely make getting your period back a priority. Focus on rest, focus on eating sufficiently, and focus on stress reduction, rebalancing your hormones. And if you do that, yes, you will get your period back. Next question. Will my metabolism really increase? I'm gaining on very small portions at the moment. This is a question I get a lot, and personally, I used to gain weight on the tiniest portions. Now I eat 10 times as much and I don't gain weight. Why is that? Because my metabolism increased. However, to get to this point, I had to take some very scary steps. I had to eat in spite of the weight gain and keep going and not go back to restricting. It's by restricting that you prevent your metabolism from actually speeding up. So eat and keep eating and accept the weight gain. Try not to focus on it and keep going. It is by eating sufficiently and regularly without going back to restricting or compensating that your metabolism will speed up as well, and you'll notice that you'll start to be able to eat more and more without gaining weight. According to you, what is the cause or origin of your eating disorder? To be honest, I have no idea, and in therapy, my therapist used to dig into this, and there's quite a few things that probably did go into it, but personally, I don't see a point in reminiscing over that. I just want to look forward and focus on improving myself, improving my confidence, and going from there. Preventing the eating disorder from ever recurring without necessarily digging into the past unnecessarily. What to do if you're gaining weight in recovery on diet amount of calories? As I said in response to that previous question, eat more and keep eating, and yes, you will gain weight initially, but your body will adapt. So keep going, hang in there. Next question. How did your eating disorder affect your romantic relationship? I wasn't in a relationship when I had my eating disorder, so I have no idea. But I definitely know that the eating disorder made me very focused on myself, very focused on food, and I don't think I would have allowed anyone in at that point, and especially a romantic relationship would really have been out of the question, because I was too insecure about myself, about my body, and yeah, I don't think for me personally it would have been possible to enter into a relationship before working on that relationship with myself and with food. What is my favorite thing about recovery? My favorite thing about recovery is the spontaneity that I've gained from it. A few days ago, I went to pick Tom up from some drinks with colleagues, and he asked, "Want to just stay here and get some pizzas so we don't have to cook?" And I said, hell yeah, why not? Because that's the kind of freedom I can embrace nowadays, and that's the kind of thing that I definitely definitely wouldn't have been able to do back when I struggled with my eating disorder. Do you ever still struggle with feeling triggered by your sister and comparing your intake to your sister's? I don't anymore, but I have a few videos all about that, because in the past that was something that affected me a lot and that affected my relationships a lot. I would compare everything I ate with what my mum ate or what my sister ate, especially because I have a twin sister and we are quite similar and we look quite similar. So that was a big thing. And yeah, it really strained our relationship. I'm really glad that it's not something I do anymore. And initially, letting go of that was really difficult. But as with food guilt, as with discomfort around my body, it was something I tried to swallow down, accept, sit with, and move on until over time the urge reduced and then wasn't there anymore. What is my top favourite fruit at the moment? At the moment, I'd say bananas, because banana bread. How to properly recover when you don't have enough money to buy enough food? I think that is a really tricky question, and I don't feel like I'm necessarily in the position to answer that because I've never been in that situation myself, and it really depends on a lot of different factors. Are you able to access food in any way through family? Are you going to university? Are you able to get food vouchers, anything like that? So I guess that's questions to consider first of all. If you have some money available, then I'd recommend just buying cheap staples, so lots of dried beans, rice, potatoes, root vegetables, things that are versatile, nutritious, but that won't ruin any budgeting strategies. I hope that answered the question at least to some extent, and if anyone is or has been in the same boat and has any tips, definitely leave them below. If there's one meal I could eat for the rest of my life, what would it be? At the moment, I'm going to go with mac and cheese. Do you plan on having children? At the moment, we don't have any such plans, at least not for the moment. We'll see how it goes. I think that's it for all of the questions. There's quite a few repeats, but if you feel like your question hasn't been answered, then definitely leave it below and I'll get around to it in a future video. Anyway, it's been a long time since I did a video like this. If you enjoyed it, definitely let me know. Leave a comment, give it a little thumbs up, it only takes a second, and make sure you're subscribed for some future content coming up. Anyway, I love you all loads. Take really good care of yourselves and see you guys soon.